My question will be from a museology perspective. What is your point of view regarding the separation between the contemporary art department and the photography department at your museum, in spite of the relationships, influences, and diffusion between the two fields?
Certainly within the realm of contemporary art, it's silly for to try to build or maintain little boxes about different areas of what's going on. And I would say that it's true in terms of mediums, in terms of geographical origin of the works, all the rest of that. But it's also true that not everything is the same, and not everybody can know everything. And so it does tend to be true that some people know more about work that's coming from China or work that's coming from South America or something like that. And some people know more about video, and some people know more about photographs, and some people know more about installation art, or all of those kinds of things. I think that what is regrettable, if it still survives, is the because it did used to exist, is a sort of defensiveness of a desire to defend boundaries in order to maintain a kind of professional identity. I think that's something very much to be resisted. But in the context of photography, though, it's important also to recognize historically that places that dealt with contemporary art, if they didn't have a photography curator or a photography department or something like that, basically they didn't deal with photography. And there's still institutions like this, so that so it's not everything is the same, and not everything is equal. And so I think that the breaking down of barriers that was a big issue 20 or 30 years ago is now largely accomplished, and thank God. But it's not as if all problems have disappeared.
I agree with you. I agree with Peter, and I think that also there are questions about conservation that are very important in museums. I'm not working in a museum, but I think that they're very important. And if all those people that are specialized in photography were not there, pictures that are now a kind of great masters that you conserve at the moment will not exist. So I think that in a way has a sense. And it's true also that this kind of hybridity, of contemporary hybridity between all those medias, it's I think that it's a richness. So I don't see really the problem, and I don't see the problem because I'm also an art center devoted to image. So we are working also on this kind of limits that for me are contemporary limits. Maybe in 20 years it will be not interesting anymore to have a kind of place for image, and we have to have a place for net art. I don't know, but for the moment I think it's a good strategy.